Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted Mobile port, both for Android and iOS, is here, and I'm posting this as early as possible. What is up, SmackNPie? SmackNPie here. Welcome back to another Five Nights at Freddy's video. Now today, we are specifically focusing on the new port. Now, off the bat, quick note, I just want to put it out there that this port has a lot of bugs, way too much lag right now as we speak. The phone does get used to it later, it gets smooth, but it's gonna be very dependent on your phone. So my phone is not the best, so the example that you're seeing here is just from my experience. I think I can represent the majority here. We are playing Help Wanted on phone, Android most specifically. Now this is me talking after I played the game because it was lagging too much. At first it was nearly impossible to get into the game itself, but later when I did got in, it did got pretty smooth over time. Now I've been playing off the record as well, just to see how it goes. I can't record it on my phone, so there is no audio that I could unfortunately record from the game, so I'm just gonna put the random ambience of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's still one of the best ambience, but regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I played night 1 of FNAF 1. I got jumpscared from Circus Baby from Dark Room, and I got jumpscared by Bonnie, and I got jumpscared by Balloon Boy. For the Balloon Boy, it was pretty close, but forget all of that. We're gonna focus here on Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Now, off the bat, if you see the main menu, it is a bit laggy, sure. However, there are quick things that we already knew about the mobile port, is that it only has FNAF 1, FNAF 2, Parts and Service, Dark Rooms, and Vent Repair. Now, even in Vent Repair, you have Mangle. In Night Terrors, you have Circus Baby. Dark Room, you have Balloon Boy, FNAF 1 and 2, and obviously the 4 nights for Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Even for a phone, that's a lot of content. So before anyone out there, oh boohoo, we don't like the mobile port, it is not as good. Of course, it's not going to be as good as PlayStation VR port or even a PC port, the known VR PC port. Obviously, the best one will always be the official VR port. It can never be replicated, the experience and whatnot. This is just for the peeps who can't get their hands on VR or PC. Let me tell you something, it does get better. If for the first few tries you're gonna have a lot of problems, but eventually you're gonna like it. Now when it starts to get a lag, just let it go. It's gonna cause some issues. However, apart from that, with the graphic downgrade obviously for phone, it is pretty much the same Five Nights at Freddy's. It does give you the same feeling, the same atmosphere, the same experience that you get whilst playing a Five Nights at Freddy's game. And believe it or not, even for the first night I got really scared. I was moving towards left and right, I was looking at the lights, and I saw Bonnie coming to the door. I saw Chica. You're gonna see on your screen how it feels. It really is. Now I brightened up the image because I recorded my phone's screen on PC, that is why it's so brightened up. But when you're playing on phone, it's dark, so don't think that it's gonna be full bright. Even if you brighten up the image, it's not as bright as you're seeing on your screen. It is dark in game as you play other games of Five Nights at Freddy's on PC or PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. But regardless, I haven't tried that out on iOS. I will check it out on iOS, see what's poppin'. I played night 1 of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. I successfully beat it, so you know what, just let it do its thing. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, we got that W, but it was spooky, not gonna lie. The atmosphere and experience is still there. Don't take this game for granted. Then I went to, of course, parts and service for Bonnie, and I regretted that. Now, as I told you, there was no audio recorded on the computer, unfortunately, but you can still hear from your phone. It's really good. The audio is good. It's up there. However, I was not hearing from my phone, so I didn't know what he was talking about. So what I did, I just moved around. You can zoom in and zoom out as well, so it's not like you're just stuck in the view that the game by default gave you. You can still move around and see what's popping. However, here's where it's get better, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the computer said, and I just clicked on the left eye from our view or the right eye of Bonnie, and it gave me the nasty jump scare. Now, the jump scare, when you do get the jump scare, your phone vibrates, so that's kind of cool, and it kind of made me jump a little bit on my own. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we went to the dark rooms for the Balloon Boy. I hate Balloon Boy. If you know me, Five Nights at Freddy's, me and Nightmare Balloon Boy, we don't go together, even though my favorite character of Five Nights at Freddy's is Nightmare Fredbear, but Nightmare Balloon Boy, I hate him with all the passion and all the heart. So getting his jump scare with vibration on my phone, I was pretty close, not gonna lie to you. It was nasty, nasty, brutal, brutal. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was that. We got Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted on phone, exactly what all Five Nights at Freddy's fans have been waiting for years. Just kidding, for a few months. We didn't even knew that this game was in development for a phone. Steelwolves have been busy with security breach, and now these mobile ports. Come on, Steelwool, you're doing too much. We don't deserve you. But yeah, you can move around. For the beginning, it's gonna be laggy, but later it does get better, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just keep saying this over and over again. FNAF 1 is playable. I haven't checked FNAF 2. I'll only check FNAF 2 if you guys want me to check FNAF 2. Jumpscares are still as effective as they are on VR or PC port, and most importantly, the atmosphere and experience is still there. Am I gonna recommend this game? If you've never played Help Wanted because you didn't have VR or PC, I'm gonna recommend you highly to get yourself a phone that can play this game. It's a pretty heavy game. It requires a lot of processing power, but let it play around a little bit. Don't go seriously in it for the first few minutes. Let it play around. Let your phone get used to it. Exit going back and forth. I'm pretty sure by the next update it'll get fixed, and when the next update drops, I will play the other modes as well. FNAF 2. We're gonna go to the repairs. When did repair parts? Man, it's gonna be lit as a bitch. Subscribe right now. 45k. I'll see you boys on the flip. Freaking free.